Welcome back, everybody. Driver53 here with another short video on precision farming for Farming Simulator 19. And what we've got today is another round of which soil type is best for canola. So I've got 4 rows planted here, just like we did for our wheat one that started this whole thing. So if you haven't checked out the wheat one yet, go ahead and check it out up here at the top. I'll put the link up above. And we've also done barley, and we did oats. So this is round number 4. Let's go ahead and jump in and take a look at the soil types. So here they are. As you can see, we've got all 4 of them lined up here next to each other. And this is what our crops look like in those different soil types. So they're all within the soil types right now. So the first thing I want to look at is our pH. pH is accurate all the way across. As you can see, it's 6.75 for loam, which is going to be the center section right here. We have 6.5 right here. And then over here we have 7, and here we have 6. So those are the proper soil types all the way across. So once again, loam, sandy loam, silty clay, loamy sand. And this is going to give you 125%. This is what we predict is 125% yield, 100% yield, 90% yield, and 80% yield. So that's our pH. These are the target nitrogen levels of canola. And if we go here, you can see in loam, it's 200. In sandy loam, it's going to be 180. In silty clay, it's 160. And in loamy sand, it's 140. All of those were set with a automatic setting on the fertilizer. I was using liquid whenever I was seeding at the same time. So it all went in automatically to the designated level that Giant says. So that's that. And now what we need to do is turn up our speed to 120. You guys can see I did that. And we gotta let these things grow, and then we'll be back for harvest. Let's fire this thing up and get to it. All right, gonna drop it down, gonna turn it on, and here we go. So once again, this should give us a yield of 80%. If everything that I've been seeing is correct. Man, I gotta learn how to drive. I know my name's Driver, but I am not the best at all. Everything, all the data that I've seen, that I've researched, this soil type was gonna give us 80%. This soil type is going to give us 100%. This next soil or strip is going to give us 125% yield bonus. We'll just yield, I guess is what we should call it now. Once again, I'm just too much loud pedal tonight. And then this last one right here should be at 90%. This is what we should be seeing. Hey, I did that one better. Alright. Alright, so we're going to turn it off, raise it up, turn that off. Alright, so let's check out, these are the soil types once again. And here we go. Alright, so if we go up to 125, that's exactly what that should be. 100 right here. Perfect. 90. 80. So perfect. That's exactly what I was anticipating to see on this. Now, let's look at our pH levels. And as you can see here on the pH, our 6.75 in the loam has now turned into 6.5. And our next one at 6.5 that we just showed has now turned into 6.25. And our silty clay at 7 has now turned into 6.75. And our loamy sand at 6 has now turned into 5.75. So that did exactly what we wanted to say. And next, we're going to go over to nitrogen. Check this out. So we get rid of 0, we get rid of 20, We get rid of 40. Wow. That's interesting. On 40, we have the last one and silty clay. That's really interesting. And 60 are going to be the other two. Huh. That is quite intriguing. So what that means is that our loam, we had a 140 point reduction on that. And on our next one, our sandy loam, we had 120 reduction on that one. And on silty clay, we had 120, which is very interesting. And on loamy sand, we had 100 reduction. Wow, it's just kind of all over the place on that one. Every value is kind of different, ending with a different... I'm going to throw up the slides here now. And the first one is the target nitrogen level. And this is for canola. So for loam, we wanted to be at 200. For sandy loam, we wanted to be at 180. For silty clay, 160. And loamy sand, 140. And like I said, that was all established with the seeder. We had nitrogen, liquid nitrogen in there, liquid fertilizer in the seeder, and it did it automatically as we were putting the seeds in the ground. So that's right where it needed to be.
The next slide here is going to be nitrogen reduction at harvest. And on loam, we had a reduction of 140 points, sandy loam 120, silty clay at 120, and loamy sand at 100. It's quite interesting.
The next one that we're going to show is nitrogen after harvest. So on loam, you're going to be left with 60. And on sandy loam, you're going to be left with 60 also. On silty clay, you're going to be left with 40. And loamy sand, you're going to be left with 40. So it's really, really interesting on which crops, and this is really important for if you're doing a rotation, because some crops don't take a whole lot at all. Or if you know that, hey, this next crop that I want to do, it's like a 60 or an 80, I need to do a crop that's coming really close out of that, so I don't have to put any fertilizer down, right? Just let the crop be its own fertilized, the previous one, and save some money there and do a rotate that way. So that could be a really interesting strategy. I think some farmers could get into doing it that way. And I'm going to throw this other slide up here, and it's consistent. The 4 types that we've tested so far, all of them have been exactly the same yield bonus, with loam being 125%, sandy loam being 100, silty clay being 90, and loamy sand being 80. That's consistent all the way across. Now, we do have a lot more crops to do, but so far, it's exactly what I predicted and what the data was showing. That's going to be it. If you learned something today or liked the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And go ahead and jump over and check out my channel. Hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with all my future precision farming videos. I'm going to put out multiple videos a day on this content and other content that I do on a regular basis also. So definitely hit that notification bell. That way, you're getting notified that my new stuff's out. And I just want to say, have a great day, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53, signing off.